Do you have a good order booking? Get a reasonable price, but don't get your payment on time. Almost 40% of the businesses, they have delayed payment as their number one problem. Business owners rightly say, cash is the oxygen for my business and I don't get paid on time. मैं क्या करूं? Hi business owners, this is your business coach Nalin Mehta. Welcome to my talk series Kya Karun, specially recorded for you. I'm glad you get sufficient orders. It is also commendable that you can get a good price for your products. You obviously have a well-defined lead generation process. Your sales team is well trained and your customers clearly recognize your advantage over competition. But of course, no transaction is complete unless you get your payment. If you have a good sales and marketing system, you must be having a reasonably good system to follow up on payments. If you don't have it, please make sure you put one in place. A few things that I want to discuss here are not often given adequate importance. Firstly, please check what are the areas which are adding up to the number of days you don't get your payment. Are you raising your invoices on time? Are you reaching your invoices to the right person on time? Many times when you study this process in detail, you may find that at your end, the processes and at the customer's end, the processes are not aligned well. Example, there may be an inspection report required to be attached before the invoice is processed for payment. And your team is taking time to get this process done. Now you have raised the invoice, you have supplied the goods, but the invoice will not be processed at the customer's end. Involving a product engineer in the payment process may be of lot of help to you. Sometimes you may find that the process at customer's end is a bit messy. They simply don't have a good accounting system. Now this you may be able to tackle just by improved and proper follow-up. In this case too, you don't have to involve sales. Rather, you need to depute a good accountant from your side. Another simple thing to check is, have you been too lenient in the past for payment collection? Maybe for the first few orders, and the customer now takes this for granted. In such a case, you need to have a senior level meeting to discuss the matter. You may want to negotiate a quick payment incentive or a late payment fee. Needless to say that the job orders that you collect clearly define the agreed payment schedule so that there is no dispute in the calculation of incentive or penalty. So what I'm trying to say is, understanding what is happening at the root of the problem is actually half the battle. Study your late paying clients. Go into details of the process at both ends. Find out what's going on beneath the surface and deploy the right kind of resource for collection. The second point that I want to bring is a lot more strategic. The thing is, are you a major priority for your customers? Just as you do with your market, your buyers also rank their debts according to how critical they are to their operations. You must therefore think of ways on how to become a higher priority supplier. That's not so difficult really. The most common way is to offer a package of product and some add-on services. Let me give you a couple of examples. A manufacturer of hydraulic crane, parts for hydraulic crane actually, is now offering not only the parts but also taking responsibility for the uptime of the cranes as well as operating the cranes at customers' plant. Now, hydraulic cranes are often available in extra numbers, so he was on low priority. But by offering this add-on services, he has become crucial to the running of the operations. Another example is fuel supply to a construction project. Now, the customer sends his equipment to your fuel pump. He decides his own pace. However, if you were to offer and organize a fuel dispenser and give him fuel delivery at his site, your equation with the customer will totally change. Such a change will not only lead to faster payments, but it will also lead to a bonus of additional profit and surely create customer loyalty. And it will also create barrier for your competition to enter this business. Business owners, to summarize, firstly study your billing and documentation process. Study your customers' purchasing and billing process. Do this minutely. Identify where is the delay, plug the gaps. Deploy the right kind of resources to plug these gaps. In addition, think of a much more strategic way to solidify your relationship with the customer. You could do this by tweaking what you offer. The most common way is to add a few services to the product and become a lot more critical to your customers' operations. If you do these two things, you will reduce the days it takes to collect your money. Hope this Kya Karu video will help you to collect money faster and increase and improve your cash flow. Thank you very much.